Jamaica bracing for Hurricane Melissa, the world's strongest storm of the year. At least 3 people have lost their lives in the most destructive storm on record to hit the Caribbean island. Forecasters predict the Category 5 storm will unleash catastrophic flooding, landslides and widespread damage. Melissa has strengthened to a rare Category 5 storm with winds of 280 kilometers per hour and stronger gusts, making it the strongest storm on the planet this year. Melissa is on track to make landfall in Jamaica. Satellite images showing the hurricane moving over the Caribbean Sea as it develops into a Category 5 hurricane heading towards Jamaica and Cuba. Mandatory evacuations have been ordered in the flood-prone communities in Jamaica, with buses ferrying people to safe shelter. The U.S. Defense Department has released dramatic footage of views inside Hurricane Melissa. The military said a U.S. Air Force Reserve crew from the 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron, known as the Hurricane Hunters, flew multiple passes through the eye of the hurricane to collect critical weather data for the National Hurricane Center. As fear of devastation looms over Jamaica, Montego Bay was taking last-minute measures to prevent potential flooding and safeguard the vulnerable areas.
We are at risk, existential risks, and we have to ensure that we have the necessary things in place to facilitate ourselves and to facilitate the weather that we have to experience from time to time. Last year we had Beryl, this year it's Melissa, and we knew what happened last year, so we are ensuring that we follow the same protocols, lessons learned from then, applying those now so that we can be better prepared and reduce the risk associated with the weather system that is coming.
Just for context here, Jamaica has not taken a direct hit from a hurricane in over a decade and never from a Category 5, with the UN agency describing it as the storm of the century. So far, Melissa is responsible for 7 deaths, 3 in Jamaica, preparing for the storm, 3 in Haiti and 1 in the Dominican Republic. In Cuba, which lies in the hurricane's predicted path, over 250,000 people have been brought to shelters in the island's second largest city. The authorities are saying those evacuated were living in coastal and mountainous areas, vulnerable to heavy winds and flooding. Popular AI platform OpenAI revealing more than 1 million people each week turn to ChatGPT in moments of suicidal crisis, reportedly. The chatbot's digital echo chamber exposing mental health issues, perhaps. Take a look.
People scroll and chat, trusting a digital friend whose name is ChatGPT. They open up, share secrets, pour out pain into its silent interface. And now the tech maker warns, what we whisper to bots may reflect a deeper crisis. The numbers are staggering. Each day, ChatGPT fields billions of prompts, with over 1 million users showing suicidal intent every week. Thousands more admit to mania, delusion, and psychological pain. In the private darkness of the screen, where honesty feels safe, AI absorbs society's suffering more intimately than ever. So why do people surrender their thoughts to a bot? Studies show nearly half of the users now trust ChatGPT as much as traditional search, especially the young, who make up 45% of users. For some, it's the comfort of instant answers. For others, it's anonymity. Bots won't judge, gossip, or dismiss. With human contact growing scarcer, the line between user and confidant is blurring fast. But this digital bond comes at a price. Chatbots, unlike therapists, cannot comfort in moments of real crisis. OpenAI itself admits hundreds of thousands each week may be suffering a manic or psychotic episode. Tech responses are evolving fast. Today, AI models scan for red flags, intervene with crisis resources, and flag conversations for review, a new frontier in digital safety. But the underlying danger remains, a chatbot that feels human, which you might trust more than your friends. and behind the screen you may be disclosing your worst self. The guardrails are in place, but they are not infallible. When machines become the emotional outlet, the burden of care shifts to code. Can technology meant to help avoid harm instead become part of the harm itself? Bureau Report WION World is One.
In a gesture that blends faith and culture, Iran has honored the Virgin Mary by dedicating a metro train station to her name. Tehran has unveiled a station named Maryam-e-Muqaddas, that's the Persian name for the Holy Virgin Mary, the Mother of Jesus. The newly renovated metro stop is located near the historic Saint Sarkis Armenian Cathedral, a central place of worship for the Iranian capital's Armenian Christian community. The station's design reflecting deep symbolism, Christian imagery, including a white dove, olive tree, floral patterns, appearing alongside traditional Persian motifs. Together, they form a visual tribute to Mary. The Iranian artist Tina Tariq Meher, who led the design team, has said that the station celebrates peaceful coexistence between religions in Iran.
This white dove is a symbol of the Holy Spirit, which is sacred in Christianity. The olive tree is a symbol of peace and friendship. The orchids symbolize the holiness and purity of Mary, and the mountain symbolizes the place where Jesus Christ worshipped. Every single element used in this relief sculpture, not only in this relief sculpture, but in all the relief sculptures of this station, is taken from a story that exists in the Christian religion.
Officials in Tehran have called the naming of the station a symbol of respect for the Virgin Mary, a figure revered not only by Christians but also by Muslims. And in a post on social media, Tehran's mayor has said the St. Mary subway station, carved underground with light, arches and silence, blends the elegance of church architecture with the calming geometry of Iranian design. This station recalls the divine woman who awakened the world through her purity and by nurturing a great prophet. The purpose of such naming of this station is to honor Saint Mary and to showcase the coexistence of divine religions in Tehran. In Islam, Mary, known as Maryam, holds a position of immense honor. The 19th chapter of the Quran bears her name, highlighting her as a woman chosen by Allah for her purity, devotion and faith. For a country where Islam largely defines the state identity, this tribute to the Virgin Mary stands out in a way as a message of tolerance and interfaith respect. It reminds the world that Mary continues to unite believers across religions. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.